Hey fraggers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to XDefiant. This game is finally released. I know I'm a bit late to the show because it released earlier this week, but I still thought that I'd give my opinion on it, share it with you, and hopefully hear some feedback from you as well. Before moving on, I'd like to ask you to subscribe, like my videos, leave a comment, because it's very important for me to grow the channel and to actually hear your feedback, if it's going the right way, to kind of assess what I should do, what I shouldn't do, what is more interesting, what is less interesting, because right now it's just about 10% of your subscribers. I've got like 4 subscribers, and every time I get like around 20, 25, even like 49 views, like almost 50, I need something less than 10%, so please, that's completely free of charge. That would actually help me a lot. Let's get back to XDefiant. The first thing I've noticed when I decided to jump into the game was the server issue. The servers were down, and on the first day I wasn't able to play anything, and you can see it on the screen right now, and I think that's kind of unacceptable. I know a lot of people that hate on Call of Duty, they were like, it happens, you know, it's not that bad, it happens here and there. But I think if that had happened with Call of Duty, just literally everyone would have been mad at COD developers. And I'm not trying to defend Activision or Call of Duty developers, but it's just fact. It's unacceptable. And the next day when I tried to once again give it a try, it was once again down. I couldn't play it. It was once again down. I couldn't play the game. And I was actually almost certain that I would delete the game. It was not fun. If you've seen my previous video, you know that I even thought that it had skill-based matchmaking. I will get back to it later. So on the third day, I decided to give it a try. And you know what? I've been having a blast playing this game. It's so much fun. I can actually confirm that in non-ranked casual playlist, there's absolutely no skill-based matchmaking whatsoever. It really feels like old school Call of Duty, like what COD used to be, and all what it has become. Basically a paid multiplayer, you just level up your guns, and Call of Duty is all about Warzone these days, so a battle royale game. XDefiant is a lot of fun for me. It just brings back so many memories, and it's fun to play. The maps feel great. At the same time, I stand by my previous video and my previous claim that XDefiant had skill-based matchmaking, at least when I played it the last time, which was actually a month ago or something, like 2 months ago, with the server test session. And I can confirm that skill-based matchmaking, at least for me, where I play Western Europe, it was on. It was definitely maybe that welcome playlist that has skill-based matchmaking and it's been officially confirmed. But it was definitely there because I started like playing against really bad people, and then after like 5 to 6 games, maybe like 7 I think, around 10, I was getting into really sweaty lobbies. But it was not even the level of sweatness, if I can call it that. It was actually the predictability. The games were predictable. On average, I was winning 4 games and losing 4 games, so I was sure that that was kind of like SBMM something, but not as strong or thick as in Modern Warfare 3, for instance. But it was definitely there, at least for me. Now, let's move on to the game. The game has some base challenges, unlike Call of Duty, where you can unlock stuff like weapons, gadgets, and basically characters just by playing the game. And for me, because I like to grind things, it's a lot of fun, it's great, but in the long term, I think that might be a problem. Because imagine someone jumping into the game, giving it a try, let's say 1 year into its life cycle, and they have nothing. So they will have to go and unlock the majority of weapons, and it's regardless of your in-game level. I think they might have done something similar to Call of Duty, like some weapons are unlocked by leveling, others by completing challenges. Like I said, for me, it's perfect. It's perfectly fine to have challenges to unlock stuff because I like the grind, but for many people that may be a bit upsetting. Moving on to the next thing is weapon leveling. Weapon leveling in this game is way too slow. I thought that COD Vanguard and Cold War were actually very slow in terms of weapon leveling, but man, XDefiant is way more tedious in this regard. And the thing about weapon leveling being too slow, I know it's a free-to-play game, but the thing is that people may not like being forced to play a game, being forced to do something, because right now, I feel like I'm forced to use, for instance, this weekend's double XP
double weapon XP, because it's so slow. It takes so long to level up a gun just to unlock the attachment. I'm not even talking about the mastery camos, the gold one that sits at level 100. I'm not talking about that. I'm literally just talking about some regular leveling just to unlock the attachments. It's so boring. It's just way too much, and they should have done a better job there. I think it's not acceptable in a competitive game, because even though it doesn't have SBMM and public matches, it's still a competitive game, and having to unlock so many attachments and just literally spend hours and hours of your time just to unlock them, just to make your gun feel decent, that shouldn't be happening. And that's once again going back to the long-term effect. Imagine someone jumping into the game a few months into the life cycle, 1 year, 2 years, and they'll discover that they only have, in some cases, just like literally one weapon per category, and that weapon is level 0 essentially. They have nothing, no attachments whatsoever, and there is no skill-based matchmaking either. So yes, they have the welcome playlist, but you're still gonna suck with no attachment, given that in this game the skill bracket is very high because of the time to kill and the TTK. Because of the TTK, there's a huge skill gap in this game, so that's gonna be a problem. Moving on to the next point, one of the factions, DedSec. In my opinion, the factions in this game, the characters, are more or less balanced, not perfectly balanced, but at least balanced, and having an entire faction behind a challenge is okay. What is not okay is to allow people to bypass that challenge, and essentially buy an entire faction that actually affects your gameplay. That's not okay, because I've played for like 5 maybe hours, maybe less than 5 hours, because I don't have a lot of time to play video games, but having to grind that faction and having seen people that already have it, no way in hell they had 750,000 XP on the second day after the game was released. It was a bit annoying. I mean, we have Battle Pass that essentially allows you, instead of just playing the game, unlock everything by paying a set amount of money, which I think is okay. It's a free-to-play game. Locking a faction, a thing that essentially affects the game, behind a paywall and a challenge, and giving you an option to either pay for it or just unlock it by playing, but it takes way too long to unlock the faction, is BS. Sorry, that's not a good thing. But overall, I think that's a decent game. XDefiant, I'm looking forward to seeing more content, new maps, new factions, I mean characters. Actually, I don't know why we call it factions, because it's not about factions, it's about heroes, essentially. So looking forward to more heroes, more weapons, more maps, because the maps are phenomenal in my opinion. I don't think I dislike any of the maps. I think all of the maps have good flow to them, and I really enjoy them. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Let me know in the comments down below if you feel like commenting what you think about XDefiant, whether you enjoy it or not. And I hope to see you in the next video. Drag her out.